Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are diving headfirst into all things spooky because, guys, it is officially time for me to decorate and clean some areas of my home. I'm giving the house a full Halloween makeover. Also, make sure to stick around to the end because I have got a super easy spiderweb brownie recipe that is an absolute must try. In today's video, I will be tackling the living room and both bathrooms. Now, the kitchen will stay decorated for fall because, well, I'm just so in love with it. I love the simple, uncluttered look that my kitchen makes me feel. So I just can't change it. But the only thing that I did add into the kitchen is some Halloween mugs. So, starting in the living room, I wanted to focus most of my energy on this sideboard. I was totally inspired, thanks to Pinterest, on kind of a vintage witchy aesthetic. So I'm pulling out all my antique bottles. Some are genuine and, well, some are from this century. I'm using books that I've been collecting. Hopefully they are kind of giving spell book vibes. And I'm also mixing in antique candlesticks and vases just to give, I guess, an old world vibe. Of course, the best way to make any space feel spooky is spider webs. Um, I bought a bag for £1 and I've only used, I guess, a quarter of it. So this is definitely going to last me a few years. Now, I will say I hated every second of the process. Because my hands are super dry with the changes in season, and my goodness me, the webs were sticking to my hands super bad. A good thing about decorating for fall already means that I'm adding to it rather than starting from scratch. Eventually, I would love to have had built up enough vintage pieces that I won't have to fill the gaps with, I guess, more modern, kind of almost tacky decor. So here we have the finished sideboard. Hopefully it's giving Witch's kitchen vibes. I really enjoyed just letting go and decorating this space. And I love the new addition of these witches hats. I think they are probably the boys' most favourite decorations this year. So moving on to the fireplace, all I am adding in to the already existing full decor is cobwebs. And I really enjoyed adding cobwebs because what you probably can't tell is that there is real existing cobwebs in there. And I will say that my local spiders are thoroughly enjoying their new homes. Moving on to the shelving in the living room. Guys, I'm so sorry. I swore I hit that record button. I do not know what happened, but I only have footage of me decorating this top shelf. I did decorate the bottom one as well, and you will see this in the after shots. Okay, so moving on to the soft furnishings. I'm just literally adding in 2 cushions and a black blanket that I've had for years. The cushions, I believe, are from Asda. They were only cheap ones, and they are a fun addition. So here we are. Here is how it's all come together. I love how the dark textures and the existing bright decor has come together to create this eerie but cozy feel. But most of all, I love that you cannot tell where the fake cobwebs start and the existing ones end. So moving on into the main bathroom, I had to shift gears here and kind of go for a more modern Halloween look. Ideally, I would love to bring that vintage aesthetic into this space, but let's be real, my budget doesn't allow for a huge antique shop haul. I wish. It's definitely something that I'm going to build up over time, and hopefully next year I can add some more meaningful pieces. But for now, we are using what I have already had on hand from previous years. The only new items in here are the shower curtain and the bath mat. And now for the smallest room in my house, the downstairs toilet. I'm keeping this super simple, partly because, well, I basically ran out of decorations. And honestly, the zero surface space means I don't have anywhere to put anything. So I am introducing a bat hand soap and I guess just a normal black hand towel. And that is really all this room needs. Okay, so because we are not decorating the kitchen, the decorating is all done, which means it is time for baking. I found this super quick and easy brownie cobweb recipe, and I knew my boys would love it. And spoiler, they did, and it didn't even last the evening. These brownies couldn't be easier, and it's a perfect way to put a festive spin on a simple brownie box mix. All you need is any box of brownie mix or your favorite homemade recipe, marshmallows, and spooky sprinkles. Sadly, mine were a substitution, so not the fun ones that I had in mind, but I did find some eyes that hopefully gives it a little bit of edge. The brownie box mix that I decided to go with was Tesco's. I wish I had baked brownies fresh from an actual recipe. I would have yielded so much more, but I will say that if you ignore that you only got half a piece each, they were delicious. They were so yummy. And this mix comes with like a cardboard cutout that you can make into the right size pan. So it kind of acts as a pan, which I really enjoyed because it meant less wash up time. So we are going to make the brownies, we are going to put them in the oven, and we are going to let them completely cool off, and then we will meet back here and I will tell you how I made the cobwebs. So once your brownies are completely cooled, you are going to melt down some marshmallows. I only used two, and I put them in the microwave for about 10 seconds. You're going to pick up the marshmallow between your fingers. You're going to stretch it out to form long, sticky strings, and then you just pull them right over the brownie to create the spiderweb effect. Just keep repeating until you are satisfied, and then add your favorite choice of toppings and enjoy. This was really good fun. I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the trying to get it out of my fingernails afterwards, but this was so much fun and was super easy. You can probably spy in the corner some pumpkin spice muffins. Oh, they were to die for, literally. They were my favorite. I I didn't have time to show you the process in this video, but I am more than happy to give you the recipe. They were delicious. Definitely worth the calories. Yeah, so just drop me a message and I will send you the recipe. So we are adding on my sprinkles now. Ideally, I wanted them to be Halloween colours, but thank you, Asda. This is what they substituted. So I guess I'm lucky that they actually substituted it with something. And I had these eyes on hand, which I was quite thankful for. So They should have looked better. You're just going to have to trust. You're going to have to trust that it tasted so good. I don't think it really mattered how it looked in the end. It didn't last long enough. So there we have it. Halloween decorating is complete. The brownies are waiting to be inhaled by the boys. And we are going to go through an overview of everything that we've achieved today. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Happy Halloween, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Much love.